Let me now introduce our next speaker for this phone-in session, Architect Tony Joseph, Principal Architect, Stapati. Architect Tony graduated from MIT Manipal and completed his Master's in Design from the University of Texas, Austin, in Charles Moore program. Interactions and travels with Moore and his views on regional architecture had a strong influence in the direction of Tony's design. He returned to India and started Stapati in 1989, which has steadily grown into a multidisciplinary practice emphasizing the values of integrity, sustainability, and innovation. Stapati, under Architect Tony's able leadership, has won numerous awards and recognitions over the years and has been selected as one of the top 50 most influential design firms in South Asia by Architectural Digest for 6 years continuously from the period 2014 to 2019. The Enchanted Island Resort designed by Stapati has been chosen as the world's leading private island resort in 2019 by World Travel Awards. In 2015, ORO Editions from San Francisco brought out a monograph on the hospitality projects designed by Stapati. Entitled Timeless Resorts, the book examines the evolution of 11 captivating hospitality projects. ORO is one of the reputed international publisher of art and design books, and Timeless Resorts is one of the few monographs of an Indian architect published by ORO. Architect Tony is the founder chairman of Avani Institute of Design, a center of excellence in architecture and design education located in Calicut, promoting a holistic approach to design education to develop well-rounded professionals equipped with sensitivity, empathy, social, and technical skill sets to address the ever-evolving concerns of our environment. Architect Tony was an invited artist in Kochi Muziris Binale 2016 and had designed the Binale Pavilion. Let us now proceed to Architect Tony's presentation.
First of all, let me thank you for inviting me to this function of SRM School of Architecture and Interiors. I think it is wonderful that you are hosting a program like this, the Icon Best, which is a wonderful initiative. And let me thank Anup, Architect Anup, for calling me and inviting me for this. Anup actually gone through Stapati as a trainee, and it's wonderful that he is involved so much into the architectural education. Stapati was started in the year 1989. We are now over 30 years old. About 12 years back, 13 years back, we made it into a partnership with people who's with Stapati and whom we have worked with. And we have offices in Bangalore, with George and Anupama being the partner. We have our office in Cochin with Rajesh being a partner there, and in Calicut we have Mohandas, and then we are going to be having Poonam and Harish as our partners. And it is wonderful. I think that is where the architecture practice is going. It has become a collective effort, not only with the architects, I think, with the people, the contractors, to the building material suppliers, to everybody. I think everybody contributes. I think the workers are the craftspeople. They, in fact, contribute a lot. And at the end of it, I think it has become a totally collective effort today. We can't see one Howard Rourke sitting and making the whole thing. I mean, so Stapati reflects that in a way that we work as a team, and we are doing a whole range of projects, from large residential developments to hotels to even a small boat. I mean, we do all over India, and we are doing projects outside of India also. We are looking at some projects even in the US now. So it has been a wonderful journey. So I'll just take you through the few of the projects which will showcase what we have been doing. I think you can see the The resorts which we have done, that is the Kumrakam Lake Resort, was one of the earlier resorts which we have done, which is now rated among the top, even today rated as one of the top 5 resorts in India. Then we have resorts in Goa, which is the Alila Diva. Then we have done projects like, these are some of the residential projects which we have done. Then we have large residential development, that is the Malabar Montana, which we are seeing now, which is a large residential development. And the project which we are going to be taking today is the headquarters for the Malabar Group, which is again in the Montana. And we will go in detail on the project because it is interesting, because Stapati has been involved in various aspects of that project. We were not only the architects, we had gone into the details of the interior, we had gone into, we did the landscape for that. In fact, we won the National Award for Landscape Architecture by Indian Institute of Architects for this project. So this is the project where we were involved totally on it, on various aspects of that. We worked with our consultants. From the beginning itself, it was important for us that this becomes environmentally sensitive to the place we are doing it. I think the context was very important for us. If you look at the site plan, I think this is an area which was a small mountain which was a little bit away from the city of Calicut. The whole site was a sloping site which was facing the west. The slope was towards the west. And so if you look at the section, you can see that the building looked towards the west, and the slope is from the east to west. So we had to design it looking at how we can make use of that slope to our advantage. We had this wonderful view towards the west, but at the same time, it was harsh sunlight which was coming there. Since the site was blocked from the eastern side, we need some lighting inside for the building block, for the area which we were building. So that led us to give a courtyard space in between the two blocks. And so as you can see, the building, if you see the zoning there, you can see the blue is the basic office space, the darker blue is where the corporate office is. Then we have some of the conferences and other services are shown in yellow, and below we had the car parking areas. This is how the site plan is, and you can see how the building is laid out in the site. The area in front is actually the area which has been left for the future expansion. Yeah, that shows the full section of the site where when we designed this, we had to do a detailed study of the site, and we made sure that minimum cutting and filling was done there. We kept it to the base minimum, and in fact, not a bit of earth was taken out of the site or anything was brought into the site. That is how this whole design was done. And if you see that, what you see in the front are the spaces which has been left for future expansion, and the area in between, which we call the green spire, which you can see in the middle, and this is the view which looks to the west. What we did was to reduce the heat load on the building and to merge it with the surroundings. We had sloped it down. The building slopes down with a green roof which cuts down the heat, and it slopes down, cutting off the radiation from the south. So we have this southern slope there where we have the green roof over the building. This shows a part sectional view of the building. It shows the parking areas and service areas below, and that shows the elevation of the building. And you can see that the slope of the building is towards the south. One of the things which we did was that we had to cut the tremendous amount of heat which was coming from the western side. So we designed something which we call the green buffer. The green buffer in a way brought the landscape up to each level of the office floor. It helped to shield the view, I mean the areas from the harsh sunlight from the west, and at the same time we have a wonderful view through this buffer. And I'll take you further. This is a section through the what we call the green buffer, which is a protruding balcony towards the western side, where we had planters and with larger planting over there, which was an incredible natural shading which cut off with the sunlight. At the same time, it didn't. We could still see the wonderful view there. So this is how the elevation looks now with the screen and the green buffer, which you can see there. In the office spaces, we have the sliding glass doors behind, but in the parking area you can see that we don't even we have some partial screens with. Otherwise, it is all open with this green buffer there. So this is the view of the building. This is the western side of the building, and you can see how the planting is working there. The green buffer worked wonderfully well. It created a wonderful facade, and at the same time, from each floors, the view, we could see the view through this greenery, which brought everybody, even though they were on the second or third or fourth floor, it brought them close to the landscape also. As you can see now, this is the area where we have the parking, and you can see the lush curtain planting there. And once we come to the office spaces, this is the view from the office spaces, where the greenery has created a beautiful facade, and with all the plantings there. This is the view from the terrace. When they come out, this is what they are seeing at each level. I think this view is from the fourth floor of the building, but you feel you are there. I mean, the greenery brings such soothing feel to the people who are working within. So this is the green roof which we have planned, and you can see we have the central spine there, and we have created the roofing in such a way that people can have functions there, and they can just be relaxing over there. And these are some of the images of the green roof from one of the residences there. I think you have a residential development around, and even though you have a large office space there, it doesn't. I mean, this picture has been taken quite some time back. Today it is all grown there, and it is quite green over there, and you don't realize that there is a building there. For the residents, the office space doesn't affect them at all. Visually, there is it is quite a nice view there. It in a way merges with the mountains around. Yeah, now if you go to each level, this is the podium level plan where somebody enters the building, and so this is where you enter the reception, and this is the view when you enter, and once you reach the porch over there, you are entering the lobby. Even in a place like this, one of the areas we saved a lot was in the interior itself. With such a view and taking advantage of the view and bringing the green in, we didn't have to spend too much, even though the client was a dealer in the gold business, where they were used to a lot of glitter and gold, as we say, and marble and everything for the in their interiors and all. In the headquarters here, because of the way we took advantage of the views and how we left it open, we just use the basic material there, and the flooring is just a cement flooring, it's polished cement flooring, and we have a green ball behind. Even the reception table is totally a masonry table, which has got the plastering which has been polished there. And this is the green spine in between. We call it the landscape spine, which comes alive because now we have spaces for people to go out and have a tea and over there. This is a section through the spine which shows how we have these bridges in between which connects, and we have the screen there, that is the solar screen, which to a large extent, I think it to about 20-30% of the energy needs for that building is taken care of. Those solar screens which we have there. This is a view from the spine itself. You can see the bridges which connects the two blocks and the solar screen on top. Yeah, this is again view from the same place. This is where they have people come and have their coffee and take a coffee break over there. Again, some views of the same. This is the first floor, and I will just run through how each floors work. These are all office spaces which are being used there. And on the fourth floor, we have the executive floor, and we'll just go through some of the interiors which we have done there. The flooring is very basic, granite there, and again, we just have a green wall there, and this is a view from the outside the office when you look inside. This is how we see there. And on the lower ground, we have done their cafeteria and some of the kitchen are there. In the whole building, for the interior, the spending was minimum. I mean, it was almost nothing. Wherever the flooring was, except for the executive floor, we had this granite there. The walls were still left free, and most of the flooring was the cement flooring, and the materials used were the very basic materials. Ceiling was all exposed, except in certain areas for the lighting, and some screens were given. Other than that, the ceiling was all exposed cement itself. Yeah, now I think that is essentially showing how the design was taken totally being decided, I mean, directed by the site. Site to a large extent decided, I mean, told us what to do there. I think when we work along with the site, it makes it easier. Yeah, I think that was a quick run through the Malabar headquarters there. It is an example of how if we work along with the site, along with the environment, along with the context, a lot of the solutions come from there. I think the slope of the land, looking at the orientation, the green buffer which came because of the western sun, to the green spine which was forced because I mean the building needed the lighting there, because on the eastern side it was a mountain, it was going up, the site was going up. The screen which we needed in that area, which led us to have the solar panels there, and having such a wonderful view, and the site being so beautiful, it helped us to reduce the cost on the interior. I mean, the interior also reflected how the site will help us in reducing the cost and making it more environmentally friendly there. So every bit of water which is there has been saved there. We have water harvesting happening there. The roof, on the southern roof, which we are showing as a slope, that cuts off the heat on the slab quite a bit, reducing the air conditioning load. So every which way it helped when you work along with the context. This is a prime example of that. And then I'll show you the life at the office, how the people there within the office are using that space. I think we have a small video here. that is it. Thank you. I hope there was something to take away from that. And I hope that I could explain the process through which we went through in designing the Malabar headquarters. Thank you very much. Thank you once again for inviting me to this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Architect Tony Joseph, for your presentation. Now we shall take a short break for our sponsor video.